cold breaker said, a cold case breaker, they couldn't break a case if their life depended on it. It's Arthur Lee Allen. Stop doing fake stories. Stop trying to sell your books. One guy said it was the Unabomber.
Yeah.
Okay, come on. Like, and Arthur Lee Allen needs to pay. What he did to these people, he terrorized almost a country. He terrorized San Francisco and Vallejo and Napa for years.
Yeah.
You know? So it's like, look, my thing to the cops is, because I just did a video with this really brilliant PI and we're kind of hiding the video right now, but cops, there's some really good cops. I've met them here in LA. I've sat with them. I've met them. There's some really brilliant cops. Sometimes they're handcuffed by evidence. They're afraid of defense attorneys, guys like Cochran, Scheck, Neufeld. They are, because they're smart enough. The good ones, there's some really bad cops.
Yeah.
Investigatively, they know, like if they see a doubt or a hole, they know a Barry Scheck, a Peter Neufeld, a Johnny Cochran, a Bob Shapiro, they're going to shred them. They're going to get shredded. So they already have that inside knowledge of defense attorneys, right? They've lived it. They've testified. They've been themselves have been examined. Sorry. So they're scared. And there's 2,000 unsolved murders in LA. 2,000. So, and there's more every day, every year. So there's some really good. Joe Kenda. I used to like Joe Kenda. He's on TV. He was a famous cop, brilliant investigator, brilliant. And it's just like anything. Was Michael Jordan good at basketball? Yes. Are there some really amazing cops? Yes. See, people named Billy Jensen, Paul Holes. They throw these names out, and hopefully someday they'll say Chris Todd.
Yeah. Sure. Man, yeah.
But the Zodiac thing, watch the Ashes to Ashes. And he was trying to spread the word in Australia. Maybe you guys could team up. Maybe you guys can do something together. I'd love to bring you guys together, because look, a lot of the Australians, Rupert Murdoch's Australian. He owns Fox News Corporation, right?
Yeah.
There's a lot of Australian journalists in America and British. So sometimes there has to be guys that come from the outside. Get it?
Yeah.
They can't be inside. And I think that's why it's worked for them. Okay.
Man, I agree with what you're saying. Sorry, yeah, there's chills from that story before, man.
Yeah, man. I could email me anytime. I'll show you some Zodiac shit, blow your head.
Yeah.
Blow your mind.
What was the guy with the ciphers? Like, are they even anything? Or was he just messing with people?
No, they couldn't fit. Well, okay. So if you watch the movie, they'll explain how they do it. So this is the conundrum of it. So he does the ciphers, and no one can figure them out except a couple who's at their desk. They do crossword puzzles. And so they figure out the first one. Okay. You'll see in the movie, they say it. How'd you figure out? Oh, this couple, and they called us up and they solved it. They do crossword puzzles all the time. The cops couldn't figure it out.
Yeah.
So now the other ciphers didn't get fully he did a lot of them. There's like 10 of them, 5 to 10 of them. There's a lot.
Yeah.
They were then figured out years later by these scientist guys, like these math nerds. They figured out the other ones through using a computer. Okay. So they weren't all deciphered right away. That's why there was this allure about, like, they still talk about it. I just discovered the cipher. The guys did it in like 2016 or somewhere in there. But for many years, Arthur Lee Allen mixed medieval symbols with army symbols, with code, right? With Greek and Roman and symbology. So he mixed them. You see what I'm saying? There wasn't one setup. So you had to know Egyptian shit. You had to know Roman stuff. You had to know naval code.
Wow.
He was in the Navy. He wore the wing walker boot. It was only issued by the Navy.
Yeah.
He was a 10.5. I think he was a 10.5, same size as Charlie.
Uh-huh.
But so there were all these elements He wore glasses when he killed Paul Lee Stein in San Francisco. He wore glasses and he walked down the street. They didn't recognize him. No, that's not the guy. Why? Because he's wearing glasses. You guys, come on. There's an awesome moment in Zodiac where Mark Ruffalo says to the two cops, "Did you talk to him?" Because the cops go, "We saw this guy lumbering down the street coming right at us. Did you talk to him?" No. So sometimes these are fate, man. And I don't know why God does it. I don't know if he has a sick sense of humor. I don't know if he wants to punish us, right? I don't know. But OJ's case was that way. Natalie Wood. These are fate. These are destiny, man. These people get off. There's little hints or little clues that are hidden. Just like that. They called in the Zodiac. They said he was black. The first call that came through with the cab. Oh, the dispatcher messed it up. She didn't mess it up. God made her mess it up. These people, I don't know why. Arthur Lee Allen dropped dead, diabetic, had a heart attack. Somebody told me, made a good point, said, I think God killed him. And he was nervous because they were going to issue a search warrant for him. Literally, that was happening in like a month in 92. He died in 92. They think he just fucking froze up and died.
Wow.
So whether God took him, John Benet Ramsey, the murder, Patsy Ramsey dies in 2004. Did God take her? Maybe. So there's, the dead have a different timeline than we do. So does God. A year to us could be 1 second to them. We don't know. Their time is different than ours. So yeah, I really appreciate you having me. I'm gonna jump off now. I think this is a good length for this. I really appreciate it too. And anytime you want to do any true crime stuff, any American dramas, you want me to look at something in Australia, you have a case there you want me to look at, I'll do it for free, no problem. I'd love to help bring any type of justice to anybody.
Wow. Thanks, man. It's been a pleasure having you, and it's great talking. I'll definitely keep in contact, and we'll be linking up again for sure.
Let me know when you post this thing. Just send me a little link. I appreciate that so much. And thanks again, Thomas, for all your time.
No worries. Thank you too, Chris. It was a pleasure.
All right. See you later, man.
See you, man.